Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for coming on by. I am Raw Zim. Welcome to the stream. We are doing Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons today. And as usual, we will start with introductions, beginning with Anja.
Hello, everyone. I'm Enja, the storyteller of today's session, both master of allies, antagonists, and most events. And
Hello?
now I will be passing it to Cyrus.
Hello, I'm Will Stein. I'll be Cyrus over here, the Owlin Hunter Ranger and Circle of Spores Druid. And on to Graham.
I am Eisen. I am playing Graham Ashfell, an albino rabbit that is a Hexblade Warlock and War Domain Cleric hybrid.
Hello, I am Archneer Rob. I shall be playing Corridan, who is a strange bugman and artificer armorer.
Hello, I am Neil Nivek, and I am playing the illustrious Lute tutor, a dancer, third-party class, who supports his team through extensive use of magical dancing.
And I am Zim, and I am playing Nimotar Bonechomp as well as Silver. They are both noble wolves, which means they are sentient feral wolves. And Nim is a wizard with some access to paladin abilities. And Silver is a warrior.
I am the Fox Bard. I am playing Cray, the party's monk and lawyer, the individual who generally seems to be a neutral party to everything all the time.
Hello, everybody. I am Raharu, and I'm playing Element, the party's actual paladin, and I am a red fox.
And we still have Kerr.
I wasn't sure.
Go for it.
I'm Kerr. I am playing Hootie the Owlin, and I am playing a armored hero, a third-party class. And hopefully I get to join today. Yay!
One can only hope.
Cross our fingers.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn the recap over to Graham.
Last time, the party was approached while they were discussing things with I do believe it was Malt about how to return Graham to normal, and Elliman, that was it. Elliman had enlisted Bulkasa's help in securing a Ashfell that might be able to help Graham. This led Bulkasa to bringing Graham's dad to the party. At which point he informed them that there was only really one quick fix for Graham, which would be to deal with this issue that was in the temple. But as it turned out, there was a little bit of a absurdly powerful death barrier around said temple that only Lute could go through. Lute agreed to do it. He went in, found another blood doll rabbit, and tricked them into a sphere and rolled them out. It was then that they retrieved some artifacts that the rabbit had stolen, in hopes that they would help Graham. And then Graham's father appeared from the shadows like an evil bastard and decapitated said rabbit.
Oh no!
And And Graham was returned to normal after a bit of a conversation and a bit of a self-realization.
With his patron gods.
Yes. And I do believe that is it.
To go into
Yeah.
more detail, I wasn't paying attention last time.
That's all the detail I remember.
No, you weren't paying attention either?
I mean, it does hit the wide points.
I don't think that. I don't
Digi,
think there's any.
would you mind filling in the blanks?
All right. So, what was taken were 2 artifacts from Graham's patrons, who were the founding members of their group, who ascended to deities. These happen to be true artifacts, which are very powerful against a specific kind of enemy called mana corrupt. However, yes, because, as you know, when people bottleneck after a certain point and fail to realize their 5th ability due to perhaps not finding their true resolution, they can succumb to something. Graham's family initially was all about hunting these specific individuals. However, as Ravnica became generally stronger and less people succumbed, they were less needed. Graham's father, however, wanted the family to come back to prominence because apparently there's been something new in Ravnica, and it's killing them. So, to try to replenish the ranks in a hurry, Graham's father, with Snow, originated the curse that is currently afflicting Graham. Now, with both patrons working together, Ash is taking a little bit more influence and trying to work with the very stubborn Snow to balance things out a little bit.
If I remember correctly, Snow described it as Snow tempering the snow fells, and the other one softening the ash bells to make them more balanced in a way.
Yes.
Because they were doing balancing either direction, both of them.
Yes. The snowfalls are, in fact, too meek to really be useful outside of comfort and post-battle healing, whereas the Ashfells are just going actually nuts. So, they've agreed to try sharing each other's patrons for a better balance.
Hopefully it works out.
Ideally, yes. Also, Nim, in particular, has learned something very important. Silver needs to be training because they have a portion of Nim's potential that has been sitting there and waiting to be awakened.
No, we didn't realize that vtuber also needed to awaken his mana.
Yes.
And also, Calcero can also do it apparently, but he did it wrong.
Yes, he did it wrong, and he got a very bad ability for trying to do it by himself. So, with a tenuous peace established between the party and the Ashvels, unless the Orzhov do something. And things relatively settled, there may be a chance for real peace within the party.
We can only hope.
So,
And we'll be looking forward to seeing Hooty return.
I'd like to begin.
Also, Lute was pretty pivotal in being able for us to succeed in this mission.
You are correct. Due to his unique set of circumstances, Maul did have something to say to him, but he left pretty quickly.
I suppose we should decide who to start with. Most of us are all still like in front of the Sun Temple.
Well, leaving the Sun Temple, but yes.
Well, I
On
suppose
the Maul.
there is one thing.
What's up?
You smell something familiar.
Who does?
You have 6
Nim.
poison darts.
Ah.
Which, on their own accord, are not as.
And what does he smell?
He smells ham.
No, you said.
As
No!
what seems to be
Meanwhile, you.
a sparrow flies down and lands on the ground in front of Nim, and in its beak is a twig carrying the scent of tree.
He hurt your baby.
Nim is going to inspect the twig.
Looking at this twig, you feel like it feels like there's something nudging at the edge of your mind. Roll a perception check. I suppose is the best roll for
Based
this.
on what?
Truly, mental clarity. So,
What the fuck does that mean?
Mental
Yeah.
clarity is wisdom.
Wisdom, probably.
psychic stuff.
So maybe insight?
Yeah, alright, that one.
You focus really hard on the branch and you hear the faint "Hello, Papa."
That's. Yeah.
Yep. It is. It's like someone whispering before there's a connection. Papi, hello, papi.
Oh my god, I was right.
Hello?
That was a joke. That was an actual joke. You can't do this to me.
Aha. Friend found you. Very good. Yes, hello. How are you?
We are having a good time.
I'm rather confused. I'm not sure what we are doing here.
The sword.
Oh, well. Could you come over? I have a new friend. I think he is ready.
You said it doesn't mesh as well. You have more range cards. You
Uh,
have more
okay.
ranged damage cards.
You remember
And
One
oil,
ranged card.
what?
So that one ranged card is now.
oil boy?
Owl
Deal
boy?
1 fire damage, which does
Oil.
something plus 3 damage
Oil.
slashing.
So the Tempest
Yes.
gets 4 damage from range.
Oh.
Which you have more of. You get what I'm saying?
Oil is gone now.
I keep hearing somebody else speaking in the background. Where is that coming from?
That
That's
is my
coming from Zim's
roommate.
mic.
Ah,
Yes, you are hearing my roommate.
okay.
Okay.
So
I was tempted.
the oil boy. Okay.
Yes.
But the glove
He is ready to say hello.
was every turn.
Nim is going to start one by one, going to each member of the party and planeswalking them to in front of Cray's house without a word
Graham
to
will be like-
anybody.
Graham will just be like, wait, and he'll be like, what's going on, Nim?
What? What? What?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And here we go again.
Graham is going to keep a healthy distance from Nim until Nim explains why he's teleporting everyone.
Nim
Yeah, let me
starts with
withdraw with it.
Graham.
What?
Too late.
I mean, I didn't specify who I started with, so I guess we can roll. Let's see.
I mean, we've just seen, what is it? So we're gathered, we're getting ready to go.
Hey, he really did start with Graham.
Why am I number 5?
I went by the list at the top. Corridan was 1, Cyrus was 2, Lute was 3, Element was 4, you were 5, and Cray was 6.
Ah,
All right.
that actually makes sense.
That does make sense, yeah. That checks out.
Graham is
Well.
now going to always maintain a healthy distance away from Nim.
Yeah, now that
Good luck
Nim's
with that.
psychotically kidnapping the party, now's probably a good time to run.
Nim, what are you doing? He's going to ask when he comes back from kidnapping Graham.
The oil guy is back.
The oil. Oh. Okay, take me there.
Graham again.
Graham waves at Hootie.
Well, no, I specifically went to the front yard, so nobody would, be in the backyard until he gets everybody there.
Well,
We're
Graham's
trying
just
to
like,
gather everyone
eh.
before we accidentally split anything.
Graham's gonna wait like maybe 2 minutes for an explanation. If he doesn't get one, he's just gonna leave. The next time Nim pops in, he's like, Nim, what's going on here?
Nim takes Element next, and then back without saying anything.
Yeah, Graham will be like, Nim, if you disappear and you don't explain what's going on, I'm just gonna leave.
Hootie is back. Remember that he disappeared.
Ah.
This is-
Okay.
That's the reason why Nim is gathering us up here. I suppose.
We need to have a real talk with Nim about
Yeah.
explaining things.
And I'm
Yeah.
gone at this point.
You left the group?
Well, you were kidnapping people.
Well, okay, that's your
Ah.
choice then. If you want to sit out on this scene, that's up to you.
Sir, I'm gonna try to offer loot on that. Hold up, they're just trying to bring us to meet another older member of the party. Loot.
Sure.
If you want to be on guard, if you want to head out now, that's your own prerogative there. But just letting you know. I think that's what's going on, and if I'm mistaken, I will help you out of whatever happens.
I'll run to Craze.
Oh, okay. Well, see you in a half hour, however long it takes.
Okay.
He'll take a wagon. In other words.
No, doesn't he have an absurd movement speed?
Well, yes, but so long. It's a large area. Planet-wide city and all.
It's like saying, hey, can't Usain Bolt run from, one city to another?
That's called a marathon.
Like, listen,
Exactly.
that still takes time.
Exactly. We'll
And
see
he's
you
not
in-
doing top speed the whole way there.
We'll see you in whatever time it takes you to get there.
So basically, after that, Nim just planeswalks everybody else over here.
Yep.
And in front
Yep.
of Gray's house.
Gray opens
Sounds
the
like
front
it.
door and proceeds to head up to his room.
You know, I have.
Graham
will just be like,
Why?
"Where is this crate?" He's like,
You heard the explanation that Nim gave to Elemin.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Graham is also just gonna like stop Cray. He's like, if we're gonna keep coming to your house, I think you might need to get other keys for people.
No,
But then other people
Um,
can get keys to this house.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll see if I
just-
can't work on a magic imprint for the doors to recognize you.
Yes, that would be great.
That's an interesting idea. Okay,
With
so
how
where,
much we come in and out of this place.
okay, so where is Fur?
Oh, he's in the backyard. Cray
Graham
says
will
as he's starting to head up the stairs,
And
clearly
how do
seeming
you know
not
this?
intent. Oh crap, I don't know this. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Graham will start looking around the house while he's waiting for Nick.
I mean, it literally takes less than
No,
a
no,
minute.
no. I would be able to logically discern that he's in the backyard because the tree told us he's there. And the tree's in the backyard.
The tree only told Nim.
The tree told Nim.
Yeah.
Okay, no, wait, you're right again, fuck. Wait, Nim told us!
He told you
Not-
about Hootie being there, not about
Oh, where he is.
anything else, or where he heard it from.
You know what, fair enough. The logic is sound, I'm just stupid. Okay, continue.
Everyone has their moment.
I mean, like the scene was, Nim spoke with a branch from the tree telling that Hootie is back, and then he kidnapped Graham, and then Elemin asked him what's going on, and then he told you Hootie is back, but he no location specified, just your house.
He didn't
So,
say Hootie's back, he said the oil boy is back.
well, okay, yeah, but I recognize that as Hootie,
Yeah,
and you probably would too.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He
I
had
was
that
briefed.
oil. Anything can be bought and sold for the right oil.
So are
Okay.
we all gathered out front of the house then?
Yes.
Yes, except Lute. He's marathoning his way to the house.
He is.
So
Actually, nobody would know that, or Lute would not know that it's at the house. Nim only said that Hootie was, that oil boy was back. Nothing about where.
Except Gray told him, I'll see you at the house then.
Let's just continue with the
Let's
scene.
go.
Come on, let's just continue with the scene.
Alright. Tree is there, and she seems to be getting used to movement because she is waving, but Hootie isn't quite there yet. And
Oh,
Forensic. Still getting used to a jaw, though.
hello, tree. Good to see you are doing well with that.
Hello.
you're saying that owl person is back. Oil person is back. You're talking about Hootie, aren't you? Well, I guess maybe you don't know his name, but Yeah.
I know his name,
Oh.
but its name you know. He is different now.
Oh.
Introducing. Then Hootie's going to. She's going to raise her branches and summon Hootie. And he does look very different as he basically appears in a beam of light. Kerr, if you would.
Graham has horrible flashbacks of Hootie.
Quite a showy owl.
Yes.
Hootie is going to appear there.
Hootie is how close to tree is Hootie?
Hootie is like 3 feet away.
Fuck.
No fireball.
No, it wasn't going to be fireball. It was going to be wall of fire. But instead, how about wall of stone?
Tree will be very confused. Why you bully?
Hootie is going to show up in that beam of light. He is on top of a large metal horse. And it's harder to see his more owlish traits. Like, if you did not know this was Hootie, you would probably not recognize him. He is clad in a suit of black metal armor with golden highlights that move up to the shoulder from the chest, and then down his arms, and from his chest moving down to his legs and feet. And
Hootie is now encased in a wall of stone.
That's how I was.
Elamin raises an
Graham
eyebrow.
is gonna look at Nim. Nim, you gotta stop this. You
Elamin-
really
make an
do.
athletics roll to try to break the wall.
Elamin raises an eyebrow. That is Hootie? He doesn't look anything like he used to. What the heck happened?
I thought you
I
said
think
you
the
were an
wall-
owl.
I think the wall has an actual
Ba-
health that you actually need to look.
Yes, you do need to actually destroy the wall.
How
However,
much
basically,
health was
the moment that Hootie appears is when Nim does this.
When you finally
Mhm.
it, I was
And those are some thick walls.
You get a brief, flash instance of, oh, that's different, and then it's just a stone wall.
Yes.
How much HP does the wall have?
Well, each panel would be 6 inches thick. So basically, let's see, where was the health on this?
Enjoy your stay.
Enjoy.
Tree will be
Enjoy.
very confused and tap the walls hero. Tap tap
100
tap.
and
Hero.
the wall has 180 hit points each panel.
Is there a roof on this?
Yes. When I said fully encased, I meant fully encased. Even the ground.
There's a roof and a floor, yeah.
Now, Digi, this is not normally allowed. However, would you allow it for this situation for Nim to basically make a little window?
I will allow it. Yes.
Okay.
As you know, I'm a very rule of cool. So if you proposition, I will most likely allow it.
So yeah, Nim's gonna look over at Element and be like, he does look very different. And a little with. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're just gonna say, yeah, that doesn't look like Hootie, but I kind of recognize the owl features. That is weird. But the tree wouldn't lie to you, so...
He's wearing very Orzhov armor, and Hootie was Orzhov, so...
I guess so, but it still looks very different. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Nim's going to make make part of one of the walls basically a barred window. Not big enough for anybody to move through, but big enough to at least see him.
Makes
And
sense.
he's gonna go over and glare in. You tried to destroy my homeworld.
Hello to you too, Nim. I suppose I sort of deserve this. There's a distortion in his voice through like the helmet that he wears. You would not be able to know that this was Hootie's voice if you didn't realize that this was already Hootie.
Graham is going to be like, wait. He tried to destroy Faerun?
Yes.
How
His
could he
oils.
possibly... Oils?
I don't have that anymore, Nim. I've been very busy. As he's just around his waist is a black buckle with a gold gem set in it, and he just pulls out the gem as the armor just vanishes. And it's Hootie. Normally he was always wearing very fancy clothing. Here he's just wearing like a very basic white tunic and like brown shorts.
Hoodie, it is actually you. I actually
Mhm.
didn't. I actually didn't recognize. I almost didn't recognize you in that armor. Where have you been? Where have you been all this time? You just suddenly disappeared one day, and I tried looking for you, but I couldn't find you anywhere.
Tree asked me to do a favor for him, so I did. I've been dealing with things. As he just kind of smiles.
Oh?
You know, off gallivanting through the multiverse, doing things, helping people, you know, yada yada yada, the whole hero thing.
Tree attempts opposed. Hero boy got better.
Tree asked me to help out a world that was not doing well, so went, did stuff, helped out, got new powers, things happened, yada yada yada, not really important, don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I am.
Well, and I wasn't expecting a stone wall as my greeting, though. I'm not really upset about it. I kind of understand where Nim's coming from. I kind of deserve it too. So
Yeah, you know, Nim is not quick to forgive. In fact, he holds grudges a lot. So you're going to have to expect coldness from him.
he didn't try to tear my throat out, so I suppose Tree wins the bet there.
Is he a sassy lawyer again yet?
Sup, bitch? Nice to see you too.
Trey is standing on his balcony, watching over everything.
Cirrus is just sitting with bow drawn, pointed into the hole with the hunter's mark placed at this time. Just
I
waiting
can't
for
tell if
an
you're a
all
sexy
clear.
bitch or just a fucking asshole. I can't really see you from inside here.
Bitch!
Asshole?
So is this one friendly or not?
He is friendly,
That
but
remains-
he is kind of friendly, kinda. But
It
Friendly
remains
doesn't
to be
mean not
seen.
devious or evil.
They strike me as full of themselves.
you're not wrong there. You're definitely not wrong there.
He'll be
I mean,
very
this
nice
is-
to your face.
I mean, this is sort of like what we do. This is like our what's the term we always like to use, bitch?
Okay, first off, stop with the bitch thing. That's not normal for you.
It's so fun.
You're usually too classy to swear.
Trust me, after the things I've seen, I've learned a little bit to let loose.
Tree. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, I have learned many words.
I don't even know you anymore.
What do you
Well,
mean,
that's
let
to be
loose?
expected. They've been gone a while.
Tree, don't use those words. Those words aren't for you.
Graham is just gonna be like, I'm gonna need one really, really good reason why someone who just tried to destroy a realm should be allowed to live.
Well, if you want,
He's a good guy now. He's a
I mean,
good is relative. I mean, I may or may not be planning to destroy about 4 or 5 of the guilds here, but I mean that's just a summer project.
excuse me?
Gonna
trees
have to
leading
ask you
down,
to-
like covering the window with the branch, like blah, blah, blah.
I mean,
He seems
or-
potentially hazardous.
the Orzhov are fucking corrupt assholes who try to destroy lives just to make themselves richer. The Rakdos are the Rakdos. I don't even need to go into depth with them.
You do realize the problem with taking out any of the guilds, right? Like, you do that, the whole balance of Ravnica gets destroyed, and all of Ravnica goes down with the sinking ship.
He survived before. I mean,
Did
just
you-
because they literally had an entire world before the Guild Pact was made.
To be fair, I'll take this one over the Seekers. At least they'll destroy the realm only once instead of
Since
multiple
when?
times.
Since when are you an expert in the history of Ravnica before the Guild Pact? That's eons ago.
That's only 10,000.
That's 10 millennia ago.
I mean, there's still some knowledge that the world existed before then.
Hey,
Yeah. Just like the Gruul used to be in charge of the wild places. Until all the wild places got eaten up by the Orzhov and the Azorius because they didn't think nature was important. That's why they are rar smashed now.
so that's how it is.
They got fucked over hard.
Yes,
I'd-
but they still exist, and in their own and in their own misbegotten way, they're still maintaining the balance of Ravnica.
We murder the Orzhov and we'll put you in charge, Graham.
So you're not saying destroy the guilds, you're saying they need new leadership, is what you're actually saying. There's a
I
big difference
mean,
between
tomato,
those two
tomato.
things. No, they're two very different things, my friend.
Tomato,
They're the
tomato.
difference of whether or not we kill you or whether we work with you.
Yeah,
Please
know, the
kindly clarify your intentions better.
Okay, what
You are
other,
clearly aware and well versed in words.
name are
Use
you?
them.
Name, are you capable of making that cage smaller?
Nim is just going to grin and start to squeeze the cage smaller.
Can he do that?
Technically, no, but can I, Digi?
But no worry, we're not actually going to kill you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's not actually going to be enough to hurt,
yeah.
but it will be tight.
Hootie's gonna flick up the stone that he took out of his belt and just kind of plug it back in as the armor forms over. So, we're doing this. I don't want to hurt Ravnica. I love Ravnica. Ravnica is my home. But fuck these people who think that they can trot on all these lesser people, as they would call it. They need a kick in the pants.
Okay.
And I am fresh out
Okay,
of dealing with them.
Lucifer, stop with your trash, stupid talking and start talking like a lawyer to these people again. They might understand you then.
Yeah,
Look, the corruption of Ravnica is too deep to really deal with in any one sense of the word. The guilds are basically filled up on power, and all they care about is making themselves stronger rather than actually doing their job. They need to get a reminder of what they're supposed to do, not what they want to do.
Agreed, but also at the current moment with the Seekers, there's a bigger problem.
Yeah, right now, there's a bigger threat abroad. We all know that, right? You were aware of the Seekers before you left in your little adventure.
The
Power communism.
The Seekers are not necessarily right, but they're also not necessarily wrong
Their
What?
leader wants to burn this entire realm for all eternity so he can keep using his planeswalker powers. How is that in any way, shape, or form right?
What
Well,
the
not
hell are
that
you?
part. Hence why I said not all right.
What the hell are you talking? What the hell are you What the hell are you talking about now?
He thinks the Seeker's goal, or at least what they keep getting recruits under, is fine. The leadership sucks, though.
Yes.
But it's a sham. It's not actually being recruited for that.
But their message is right. That Ravnica needs to change or deal with its issues, or it's going to crumble under its own weight. That part is right.
That's
That
the
I-
same message of the Grey Knights, except we're not trying to fuck everyone over.
That I can agree with. Yes.
Grey
I-
Knights?
Is it what was that? What was the name? It was something Grey.
Grey
Grey
Wardens?
Warden.
Oh, okay.
Grey
Grey
Warden.
Wardens. That's it. Yeah, I fucking. It's a dumb name.
What the leaders of the Seekers want to do is abominable and needs to be stopped. Preferably with a fist through the chest.
Agreed.
Also, just FYI, that's Cray saying that in character. That does not reflect my own my own insights on the name.
Do you think it's cool, or do you think it's decent at least?
Nim is looking up at Cray right now, looking genuinely hurt.
Oh no, is Nim giving Cray the puppy dog eyes? Or the puppy wolf eyes, rather.
Cray is out of range.
Yes, he is. And nobody is out of range.
Yes, you are.
I-
If you can't see the details of the eyes and the soulful eyes and sad face, you are out of range.
Okay, prestidigitation to make it bigger.
We're
He
having
just goes there.
Nim turns into an illusionary bobblehead of sad dog face.
a good time.
I don't mean anyone harm. I don't plan to actually. I don't want to hurt or fight anyone. Well, some of you I don't know, but some of you are my friends.
Okay,
So-
maybe you should have started with that instead of saying that you want to destroy the guilds.
You know what? I have a perfect solution for this.
To be fair, didn't put me in a wall
the
of stone
dog
at first.
whose
I-
realm you tried to destroy that you're changed and you're a good person.
I wouldn't call me good. But yes, I'm
Doing
not
terrible things for a good cause still makes you good. It just means you're doing terrible things still.
I mean what he did that for wasn't for a good thing either. I distinctly remember that was simply from the binary of his alter ego. How is he, by the way?
gone.
Wait, gone? What do you mean?
Gone. Destroyed. Gone. It's just me.
Oh, how did that happen? I thought
Shit
I thought
happened.
Digi,
Yes.
does Nim detect any scent of the oil and such still there? At all?
He does not.
Carry on.
Like I said, shit happened. Things went on. Adventures did happen. Fought an evil empire. Same old kind of thing. General adventure stuff.
Lucifer, I'm going to tell you again, talk to these people like you're lawyering.
I haven't lawyered in a very long time from my point of view.
What do you mean from your point of view?
Oh,
I'm-
it's been a very long time.
It's
been a
been like
few years.
a few weeks. What do you mean years?
Different plane, different sense of time. Sometimes time goes differently on different planes depending on which one you are on.
this is different. This whole different plane stuff. I'm still not used to this. It was only a month ago that I didn't even know that these things existed.
I miss
Trust
the
me,
old
it's complicated too.
already.
Look, Let me see if I can get back into that mindset again. It's been a while. I do not want to hurt anyone. I want to change Ravnica for the better. I want to see the people with no power be able to actually affect their own lives and not be used as the toys and game pieces of those who do have the power. I do not want to see the guilds control basically a person having a good life or not. I think
Bro.
everyone and anyone should be able to do that.
Bro, fight power.
Alrighty, I think I see a little bit of what you're trying to get at least.
You have really lost your sense of tact since you have left. Oh, you really got us there for a moment.
Oh, you described them very differently.
Things happened.
I understand that. You don't need to keep repeating that. Although, I am honestly curious to know what things. You should give us your story in more detail later. But why have you returned? Why have you returned now then?
Because I ran out of things to kill.
Ah, what of those?
Ugh.
Though, to be more serious, the issue that I was sent to deal with was mostly taken care of, and now the people are actually being able to rebuild their lives. And they don't need me around to do that. I did my job. They should be able to move forward without getting stuck in the past.
I see. Fair enough.
I'm laughing if you go back and you find them in the same situation as they wander back into it. Just gonna say that now.
They shouldn't, so long as no one goes dealing with any supernatural artifacts. Otherwise,
Again,
well, I'm going to have
I'm
a
gonna
very,
laugh.
I'm going to have a very stern talking to whoever does that.
Give
I will
them
not be
time.
pleased.
Well, since your alter ego is gone, I guess you're not. I guess you're not actually bound to what happened to Nim's world, because that was mostly that other whatever that was.
Part of me was still involved with it, so
Oh,
it's like I can't just give up all. I cannot say that it was entirely not me. There was some part of me that it grew from. So I still have some agency in that. And it was maybe not by intention or by my desires. There is still a part of me that formed that. I can't just shake off the blame.
okay, good. I was hoping you'd say that.
By the way, Kurt,
Mm-hmm.
out of character, slightly off topic, I just felt the need to point out that you yourself have now introduced a way to beat the oil.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep saying how they can overcome everything, but apparently not. Just wanted to point that out real fast.
I thought reversing that was impossible. So that's why I kind of metagame a little bit there, as with how we had an element is so confused.
Rule of cool, exceptions for everything.
Also, there actually are exceptions now in the universe, canonly.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, then let's continue. Well, I guess it is good to have you back. I actually kind of missed your presence, although not exactly the same person that you were before. Even without that thing, you're pretty different now. From the small time I knew you.
He gives a small shrug in his little stone prison. Like I said, I've been through a lot. You sort of learn things when you deal with that sort of shit.
I wonder wonder what has been happening with your family since you left. Well, from here, you're only been gone for a few weeks, but still, that's a lot of time for you to be missing. Still,
It's the Orzhov. If it's not part of a plot, they probably don't care.
Fair enough.
So, Nim, do you think I can come out?
Oh no.
He's gonna just look at the rest of the group. Part of me still wants to just burn him alive in there.
Well, considering that that he tried to destroy your realm, that is entirely your decision as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't blame you for being angry, but I wouldn't just kill him right now.
I would take into consideration for once circumstances of what and why things happened, and whether or not you think he's actually changed before you do anything drastic, which is usually your go-to as your starting point.
Cirrus is just going to look over at Tree. Can you give us a little information? If you need me to speak for you, I'm more than happy to come over and help with that, but...
Okay.
Well, the
Ask
chat seems to...
away.
Sorry, but the chat seems to want Hootie to stay in there and get roasted alive.
Oh no!
You would kill a man in front of your child?
I'm seeing a lot
Technically,
of sounds
child
like
cannot
heresy
see
and stay in there, yeah.
Technically,
Oh no!
Technically, Tree can't see him, so you know.
You would kill a man in front of your child?
I think Tree would realize what's happening when fire erupts out of the small window you put in the wall.
So are we
Not if he
getting
seals the
tips?
hole over.
You know I can hear you all, right?
No, wait, was that in character?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
all that was out of
Okay.
character.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Only the-
I also
Although
feel like Tree
Cordan
would
would
know.
be giving tips if this was said aloud.
I also feel like Tree would know when Kerr didn't ever leave the box that he was dead.
In there.
Okay, guys, enough popping about.
So, Tree,
Yes.
continue. You were to allow a little more explanation of what is going on here.
Okay. So, Hootie exploded. And so, I sent little friends to bring pieces of me to him, bit by bit, and just laid them on top. And then I focused really hard, and then I brought him somewhere else, but I lost those pieces. They grew back.
Yeah. Oh, that? What?
It very hard. I would not like to do it again. So, I brought him somewhere else, somewhere he could recover. Different place. Place that had me as deity, question mark?
Oh.
Kind of, yeah.
And so, I dropped him in front of them, and they took very good care of him. And then, well, oil not gone just yet by that point, but very weak, along with Hootie also very weak, from explosion, self-explosion, man, thingy. And then, after he got better, he did not know what to do. Very unresponsive to many things. So I started throwing him around for adventures, and eventually he started doing things. mostly for survival, but then he got into it. Got better, strong, turned into hero. Many things happened,
I
such
see.
as jail and being a hero, and perhaps getting a little mad now and then. Oh, and finding belt, magic hero belt. I was not paying attention when belt happened.
Element blinks. Okay, I think I'm kind of getting the picture of what's going on, but this is still all confusing. Hoodie,
Yes.
how did you explode to begin with? What the hell happened?
Things happened in the sewers of Ravnica. One thing led to another, and to make sure that the plane didn't get infected by an onrush of oil, I may or may not have basically used a mana nuke. My phrase, not others. Giant mana bomb, basically.
He went with other side still there to go destroy oil. Very heroic.
You know, I thought.
It's complicated.
You know, I thought you and that oil creature thingy were seeing eye to eye from then on. I guess it wasn't. I guess you weren't actually.
He just you see a very intense hesitation here, and he kind of glances away.
Joke.
It's like you get the sense he does not want to say what he's thinking about before he kind of speaks up slowly. Look at me through your mana senses if you can.
I am still not an expert on this, but I can kind of do it. And I mean, what is our role for that? Would it be insight?
Perception, and you can pick your strongest sense. However, it will change how you interpret them.
I guess that will be my nose.
Go ahead then.
Sorry. What is the roll again?
Perception.
Perception.
Joke.
I see nothing. God damn it! My first roll in 2 weeks, and it's a not one. Element tries and it smells nothing.
Well, you try for mana senses, but it's been a while since you deliberately focused on them. You're not really doing anything. You're just sniffing the air.
Oh, it's embarrassing. I am not actually doing this correctly. I can't see what you mean. Could anybody else try?
Sure, Graham will. He's got good perceptioning.
Whilst not formally trained, would there be any chance for service or no?
You could probably pick up on some things. You do have mana.
Nat 20.
Oh.
With your ears leading your senses, with a roll that big, go ahead, Kerr.
Dichotomy.
When you try to sense for Hootie's mana and abilities and such that he used to have, because he was with you guys when they were all practicing and trying to learn as well. Hootie has nothing. There is no mana. His spark, his potential, his abilities, they are all gone. There is nothing there anymore.
Ah, I see. So you're a dead person.
Oh, he's alive. It's just like all the abilities that he did have has basically been burned out of him.
Yes, I know, but what I'm saying is you're a dead man because there's no way you'll survive a fight against the people with crazy mana powers without them.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they've done what your family has done and put their abilities into something.
That is.
To be fair, that was one of my family members' mana abilities in of itself.
Oh, I acknowledge that. I'm just saying, as you can clearly see. Well, okay, maybe you don't have dark vision. Sorry, I forgot. They're messing with something in there.
Oh no, I have dark vision. I can see through magical darkness.
They're fidgeting with something in there. They're not completely without power.
So what? What did you saw, Graham?
He has no mana at all.
11 blinks. What?
Yep.
Is that possible? What?
Is it no mana, or just that it's suppressed as I do?
There's no mana as far as I can tell. It non-existent.
Explosion was very strong, and from within, everything burned.
Wait. Did you use up your mana potential to explode yourself? Is that what you?
Things happened when I was out. People were hurt because of me. People who should not have been hurt. And I ended up burning my power to bring them back. And I let it go before it consumed me. And I lost it.
I see.
So you are about to become a corrupted, is what I'm hearing.
Wait,
I was angry. I was furious. Things happened, and people that took care of me and helped me were hurt because of it. They died because of it. And I didn't want that to happen. And I burned out my potential to bring them back and not become a monster, even if I wanted to. So yeah, I'm weak.
I see. That is very unfortunate, but also very noble, I suppose. At least in that one action.
Sounds to me like they still wish to do this. I'm not so sure.
Nim, I think, Nim, at least, Nim, unless you think he's lying when he's saying all of this, I think maybe you should put the cage down.
Only if everyone else agrees.
I say we cautiously accept what he's telling us for now, and if we see anything that even so much as hints otherwise, we deal with him like a threat.
I mean, if we want to make sure he's not lying, I could always use some of truth, but I really don't think it's necessary.
If it would make you guys feel better, go ahead, Ellerman. I don't mind.
Well, I suppose just in case.
The Zone of Truth has some downfalls, though. Sure, he can't lie, but unless we ask him a very questions in a very specific way, he could very easily still kind of circumvent the truth.
Oh, I am aware of the Zone of Truth shortcomings, but I will know if he's deliberately trying to lie to me.
Question.
Yes.
Out of character. For the glimpse that Kerr was out of suit and armor, do they appear substantially aged or such, if I might ask, or relatively the same, as described of someone younger, if you will?
He was only like 2 or 3 years older. He wouldn't have changed that much.
Okay. Anyone else before? Or...
No, I don't have any questions.
Then I must ask, you say you've been busy for a very long time. Where are you drawing this from that you're still here? Just to make sure that it is not something corrupt.
What do you mean?
Let me proceed to erect the sum of truth before Cyrus asks his other question.
Hootie will purposely fail his will save.
Let me nods. Okay, I see you're not trying to lie to me.
We'll see about that. Now again, how is it that you say you've been doing all this and yet you don't seem much different than what I've been hearing about you? Oh, just to make sure that you seem like you haven't been gone long. From what I've heard, at least.
He kind of glances back towards where a tree is, despite the dome around him. As far as I can tell, as far as I know, some planes go faster, some planes go slower. So it's like one day in one plane is like an hour here, or one day on one plane is a week here, or so on and so forth. I don't necessarily know how it works. I didn't really ask that much. I was sort of too busy at the time.
Understood, but of your experience then, if I might ask what time has passed, because from what I understand, it's only been a mere few weeks.
For me, it's...
And you also described something very different, so...
Been around 4 years, give or take a month or two. I didn't really have a calendar, but I would say around 4 years, give or take.
Markedly shorter than expected. All right. Fair enough. Pardon the insistence. Just needed to check.
You're fine.
4 years in whatever place you're here, it's been like a month tops with you jumping on. My lord, that plane goes the time in that plane goes by real fast.
I can wrap my head around the spatial anomalies and all that. We've got enough of that here.
I suppose things like that can happen in pocket dimensions, although I'm not an expert in that regard.
Any other questions?
Anybody has any questions for Kurt for Hoodie to clarify stuff, since I erected a Stone of Truth?
Is it just a check? Are you at least a little more coherent now? Have whatever had come over you prior settled a little more?
It's only me in my head now. It's just Hootie. It's been that way for a pretty long time now, at least a couple of years.
I am just checking because you were speaking as though you have no reign of your thoughts earlier.
Graham has a question too. He'll just be like, if we decide to let you stay, are you going to help us out with dealing with the Seekers and not implement any anti-guild activities into whatever the hell you're doing without telling us and before the Seekers are dealt with? This is a yes or no. Graham stares intensely.
I do not plan to attempt to tear down anything that would harm the innocent people of Ravnica, but I also will not stand by if I see corruption harming people.
That's not what I was asking you.
AKA, I don't plan to actually do anything to the guilds until the Seekers are stopped and this world protected. But if I see a guild member basically throwing their influence around and hurting people, I'm going to take them down.
That's not necessarily an anti. You're not trying to do something to the guild. You're just stopping an injustice. That's very different than plotting the downfall of a guild or its leaders.
Do you want to join the would you like to join the Boros if you're going to go ahead and do that?
No.
I imagine so.
We
Still,
just
though.
want to make sure that you don't undermine anything while we are busy with the current threat.
I want the
Yeah.
Seekers stopped. I do
Yeah.
not want to see this world die.
None of us do.
That I do give my word to. And I will do whatever it takes to protect this plane. And I will do whatever it takes to see it done.
Okay, as long as your actions don't directly threaten the stability of the guilds at the moment, I am fine. Because things are already pretty. How should I say it? Pretty precarious as it is with the guilds having infiltrated, with the seekers having infiltrated the guilds. We do not need mayhem at the moment from more sources.
I do not want to be your enemy, and I do not intend to be your enemy. Our goals are the same. We both want to protect Ravnica.
Which is why I said, and if you do decide to do something, if you want to take actions against the guild, are you going to tell us about it before you do it?
We want to try. If we're going to be a party, we want to try and have discussions about the things we want to implement. That is.
I will not attempt to do anything to the guilds without informing and seeking your guidance in the future.
I can accept
unless said permission would lead to immediate loss of life.
Okay, that's fair. That is totally understandable from my point of view.
Nim is going to cast Gias on Hootie with those parameters.
I only did that because I don't.
Udi will not try to resist.
Cyrus is still just glaring at him. You sound a lot like a lot of the guild leaders, just hesitant, but I can work with them at least.
Our party is full of a bunch of different people. That's all I'm going to say.
I am sincerely surprised that you all have not killed each other.
I mean, we have attacked each other once or twice, but yes, it is a good thing that we're still alive.
Okay, well, I suppose that is acceptable. That said, do you have a place here still? Or I imagine you'll stay with Cray or someone else. I suppose we should probably bring you up to speed on any changes. What was the group that we've dissolved and taken under our wing again?
Ah, you mean the
The
ensemble?
ensemble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ensemble got dissolved when we have made a bit of a new organization in Ravnica, with I don't know if we decided on a name, but we've been calling ourselves the Grey Wardens.
Yes, we've decided on it. We've already made it official, so we can start garnering alliances. We're basically neutral between all the guilds, but we're not an actual guild. We're just a neutral organization that is going to protect Ravnica and its balance.
And it's
Okay, and I forget. Were you present for any of the chaos and events surrounding Cray and the Angry Lich? I don't believe so, but I figure I'll check. All right, one of you want to update them a little bit on that, or just so that they're aware?
I was not there when all of that crazy stuff happens, so somebody else will have to do it.
Because we've got at least one Angry Lich, and I got roped up in that a little bit already. So I don't want to see this one accidentally caught up in that as well, if we can avoid it.
Are you afraid that the Lich is going to kidnap Furry just like he kidnapped you? Because he was
No,
trying.
I'm afraid of Hootie being unaware of the threat and being otherwise assailed.
Tree starts shaking back and forth a little bit as a lot of chirps, caws, and twittering comes from her branches.
Oh?
Bird Council has accepted your oath, Hootie.
What?
Bird Council.
Oh.
Are you conversing with all of them?
Yes.
Ah.
They have something for you.
Not all of them.
Oh. Sorry, it's a little exclusive.
How dare!
Well then.
Well, despite your change in demeanor, I am actually a bit glad to be back. I was actually worried when you suddenly disappeared and we couldn't find you.
What can I say? You can't get rid of me.
There are ways, but we'd rather not indulge in any of those.
Yeah, I was going to say I could very easily get rid of you. But Nim will drop the stone now. Actually.
I was about to say removing or
Just drops it into the ground.
drop the walls, drop the walls, drop the roof.
Did you? Anja?
Your question.
Yes. How long have we been discussing all this in character?
I'd say plenty of minutes.
Probably. Probably.
Probably how long?
I'd guess about 14 minutes now, maybe.
Nim cannot drop the wall of stone.
Do you want to go ahead
that's
and
right.
Do you want to perhaps pull the stone off and use it for the previous shelter that we had for Tree then?
He cannot.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Becomes a permanent structure.
Well,
Nim, you let the spell become permanent, didn't you?
It wasn't too bad.
This is
Maybe.
why I say you should wait to act rashly.
Cyrus just walks up to the window. All right, this is going to transform you into a rat. Go ahead and hold on to this.
I can
and
do
come
it.
On out.
I can do it. Just give me a minute.
Without
Ah.
destroying it.
We don't need it. I'll just break
no,
it down.
I can carve it into something. Well, fine. Ray, are you fine with them breaking it?
You're no fun.
Breaking what?
They're planning to break out of the box. You good with this? Anything we need to be concerned of?
It's a conjure up stone. It's stone. If we
Yes.
need another name, can just conjure up another.
I just want to make sure it's all good and that we don't, knock a wall into their house or something.
Yeah, like this.
Well, yeah, if he
And
breaks
the-
out of it facing towards the house, like flying debris.
All right, you know what? Just break one of the walls not facing the house. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Which direction?
Cyrus will give directions of which side it is, which is opposing the house and clear to knock out without risk of damaging things.
Oh, I guess the wall can have any... Okay.
Oh,
Apparently I was allowed to make the window in it.
oh, neat.
It does say that the wall can have any shape I desire.
He's just gonna draw back his fist and just start pounding into the wall.
Yeah. Just,
It's gonna take a minute, but he'll get through it eventually and bust a hole through it.
Wait.
Cyrus is just sitting there watching. Just
Element blinks.
this
Did
could
you
have
be-
been so much faster.
Did you become a monk while you were in that other world? I never.
No.
I ne- What?
As he brings his foot up, as it starts glowing and just slams it into the wall as it shatters with that last kick. It just works really good for getting out some aggression.
Come and accept your present from Bird Council.
Hmm?
A branch lowers.
He'll reach up and solemnly take the branch.
In the branch is a stone.
What is this?
Ion stone.
Or what? As he will set it up so it will start floating around him.
It requires attunement, but
I
this is an ion stone of greater absorption. Go with Bird Council blessing, warrior. That is all they have to say.
What Graham is hearing is a bunch of bird people live in one of the trees, and they must be really. They're gonna get if tree hasn't turned into a tree yet. They're gonna be really freaked out when he does.
Oh, they already are, I believe. And also, the animals are quite interesting to talk with every so often.
Yes, very good.
Hmm. Oh, right. And we should probably also let you know there is one member of the party who is absent. They're a pink rabbit. Unless they do something to absolutely justify it, please refrain from killing them on sight or resorting immediately to aggression. They've had a bit of a rough join to the party. They've done some things, and we don't want to antagonize that further if we can avoid it.
Sirius just thinks that all of the members of the Sirius just thinks all of the members of the party are psychotic killers. Unfortunately, he hasn't seen the best of us, but he's still.
Cyrus points at... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He hasn't seen the best of us, but he still decided to stick around for some reason. Even though I tried to tell him not to stick with us.
Cyrus just pauses, gestures to Hootie, like this individual. Oh. I swear, if it wasn't for the fact that you do have honestly good goals.
I I am sorry, Cyrus.
No,
I am
no
really-
worries. You're making an honest effort.
I honestly wish we could be better, but we're trying. We're trying to improve. Well, then I guess Hootie is free.
Let's see.
Also, it's nice to see you too, Nim.
I still kind of want to kill you.
Tree's starting to look away.
Kill you.
I think for the moment you can refrain there.
I picked that card up specifically
Let's
for
not
that.
talk about this in front. Let's not talk about this in front of Tree and Nim.
Was it double fist poison?
I don't think she likes.
No, it's the downsides of trying to make sure everyone is friendly that you already interact with. It is a fair point, but perhaps we shall refrain for now. They seem to have settled down a little bit, and I suppose I'll just chalk that up to whatever they've experienced lately.
Yeah, Hootie's gonna reach down, tug the little stone out of his belt, and let it disappear before just slipping into his pocket.
So what is that armor that you're wearing? If you don't mind me asking.
Something I was given to deal with issues that they couldn't deal with.
I see.
It's handy. It's got a few tricks. But, well, I can't just give away everything, right? That would be telling, and that's no fun. It's fun. It's more enjoyable to show it off.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So
please
guess-
refrain from just randomly declaring things in our regarding us without running it by us is all I ask. Please refrain from speaking for the party without checking with the party. That is all I ask.
I
We
mean,
don't
would I
need a
do that?
repeat. We've already seen it happen once with another. We just wish to make sure that we don't have that we have a little better communication is all.
On
Neon-
that note, out of
Aye?
character,
Oh, okay.
it seems that Neon's medication is making them quite drowsy, so I'm giving them permission to excuse themselves for the rest of the session.
All
I
right. They have properly gotten lost.
Yep, they probably just went home.
All right, fair enough. Well, I've messaged them to rest well, and I suppose we can continue.
What are you doing, Cray? It's been a bit.
Moriarty, are you there? Okay.
Moriarty, Cray, Gold King. Well,
The
respond
Fox-
to one of these.
Foxbard.
He has been devoured by the Council of Burbs.
Loyalty, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
He has become too offended that he was not introduced to the League of Extraordinary Avians.
It could
More
be his
likely,
audio
he just
died.
fell asleep.
This is... Boy, everyone's sleeping all of a sudden.
More likely, who just fell asleep?
Oh, no, it's...
Oh, there we go.
figures. The
Alright.
moment I'm like, okay, fine, I'll move him out. That's when he decides to actually respond.
Or he already
Oh, was
just
someone
senses.
talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I completely missed that.
Hootie had addressed you directly.
And then all of the party addressed you with various names.
Is
I think you may have to repeat yourself, Kerr.
Cray, it's been a while. How are you doing?
What does that mean?
How have you been? This is me attempting to be friendly and talk to my frenemy.
Moriarty, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, just
I'm trying to formulate Cray's response.
Ah.
Cray is not used to niceties from this man.
oh, that actually makes sense. Okay.
Cyrus is just looking between the two of them, internally suffering slightly.
Cray's still sitting up on his balcony. 3 stories above.
Well, they didn't kill me despite having wandered into their room, so I don't know what has changed.
Yes, I haven't killed him yet.
I continue to survive for now.
Live spitefully.
I have been told this was something outstanding, but there's
No,
plenty
you
that
see,
is-
he doesn't need to kill you because the unseen needle in the rug right inside his door, that'll kill you fairly quickly. He doesn't need to do anything.
Well, thank you, Ren, for guiding me properly. No. Anywho,
Oh yeah, you never did finish the investigation. Yeah.
Which investigation?
oh, unfortunately, our lovely little encounter did break off because, IRL things happened. But either way, has Cray a response yet?
Yes, he said he let the other guy live.
Ah, okay.
I let the other owl live.
Many mistakes were made. They've been busy.
Which other owl?
Cyrus just sits waving. Element, I'm not invisible, right?
I wasn't sure if there was an owl outside of the party other than me.
No, I can. No, he can see you. It's just, I don't think you weren't here when he was here. You
Cyrus
kinda,
goes completely invisible.
We've
And then
replaced
reappears.
her.
I mean, I feel like I have held myself to a very high standard, and I haven't beaten any of your asses into the ground despite the treatment I've gotten coming back. And while I understand I deserved some of that, so I'm not angry, I think I have done very well in controlling myself.
fair enough.
You can beat some of their asses.
Do not provoke him. We've had enough drama for one day.
I mean, I would enjoy beating your ass any day, Cray. Though, I mean, I did that in the courtroom.
You'll still be able to do that since you've been out of practice for 4 years.
Probably not, but my answers tend to go more dealing with the issue immediately.
Either way, there's just only been, to my understanding, a few different things. Oh, the Markov fellow is absent again, or they've been absent. That's one to be aware of. And is there anyone else that has vanished or appeared in our? Oh, right, Corridon. This is Corridon over here as well. They're new and fell through a portal into this dimension as well. Or
Feels like it's
this
a
world.
common thing.
It seems to be. It's rather surprising, but hey, that's what minor hazards of assorted
Where are you from?
anomalies.
Coran just raises a limb in greeting. Where am I from? Not so certain of the name of our world, but I'm not sure it has one anymore.
Hive world, bug planet.
That's fair. I was just curious.
He Carden kind of appeared when some shenanigans happened and Markov disappeared and then Carden appeared, which the two incidents are apparently related. We haven't been able to find Markov though.
If he appeared where I was supposed to, then he is in relatively safe.
That's good to hear, although I'm not sure he's where you are.
Well, I appeared where he was.
Well, I hope he's fine.
Hey, as long as Corridon hasn't recoiled in recognizing him as one causing great devastation on their world, all is well. Wouldn't that be inconvenient if they're
Corridon shitters in amusement.
Wouldn't that be inconvenient if you'd spent your 4 years leveling their world?
I think I would remember a bug planet.
Fair enough.
It wasn't originally a bug planet, but I do not think you had anything to do with the destruction on that world.
No, my things were tall, dark, and fangy and scaly for the most part. A lot of really corrupt, stupid nobles too. Really annoying.
There's a tendency for that with time.
Not so many scales in our world.
I fixed
Tall
it.
and dark, yes. Nobles, no.
No.
Hey, Element.
Corporate precedents.
Yes.
I'm a little curious. How have you been while I've been gone? Have you gotten stronger? How's your paladinness?
I think I've gotten stronger. Although I suppose I'm not the usual paladin anymore because of the mana abilities I ended up getting. The thing I have going for me is a little bit unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Elemi is going to bring a Calcero out of his backpack.
There is a tiny little dragon.
That is
Hey,
adorable.
that guy.
I am not sure if you remember him or not. I don't remember if I introduced you to him.
I don't think I met him.
Well, I saw him. I didn't say hello.
He is baby.
Yeah, Calcero is my little dragon familiar, you could say.
I am not baby. How
You are
dare
baby.
you? No.
He's going to Udi is going to reach into like his little pack and pull out a cookie and walk over to the dragon.
Oh gosh. They're small and
He
trapped
is
in another
staring
body.
at it, and he seems to be wondering, pride or cookie?
Pulls out second cookie.
Feel free to try the cookie. It is no shame in enjoying something you've not had in a long, long time.
You may pet me once.
I thank you for this honor. He looks at Element. If anyone touches him, I will end them for you.
I
And
appreciate
yet
that.
again, another one that Kerr has replaced me with.
Nim, you threw me a freaking ball of stone the moment I stepped out of here. You do not get to talk, Nim.
Oh, yeah.
I said Kerr, not Hootie.
I know.
Oh. We'll be planning to see about getting their true and proper form out of their current place when we get the chance. All in due time. In the meantime, they may enjoy their stay here.
You don't mind if I stay here, Cray, do you?
Debatable.
They can stay with me if absolutely necessary otherwise. Or at least share a bit.
They could stay with Poison Grandma.
I also have a house if you need somewhere else to stay. I don't imagine you want to stay with wherever you were residing at the Orsum.
Sir
Probably kill half of them.
Say that again?
I'd probably murder half of them.
Yeah, that's not that's not ideal.
It's not.
What is with this party and destructive resolution rather than properly resolving things?
I don't know. I don't know why most of my friends are homicidal maniacs.
It is unproductive.
It depends. If you do it well enough, usually it solves the issue.
It is a waste of time and resources.
It's very therapeutic.
I understand.
Sir is just shaking their head.
It is hard to process dust.
I understand. I understand. There's a need to kill sometimes, but it shouldn't be the first option.
That just sounds
Depends
like
on the
heresy. If you got a problem with somebody, bite them.
Biting them and killing them is not the same thing, Nim. Or it shouldn't be
Finally,
the same.
somebody understands me.
Yeah, we find that out there.
Sirs is just shaking their head.
It is considered impolite, I believe.
So
All right, after hearing all of this, I've come to the determination I would appreciate if you would stay here. Specifically in my room.
What?
Oh my. Cray, I didn't
need to
realize you were so forward.
I need to re-educate you.
Well, I guess Craig could help with getting back into lawyering.
Nim, the ground begins to shake as tree is starting to uproot themselves to turn around and face away from the house.
The tree has a face?
Yes.
Where the hell have you been?
Tree is slowly becoming a tree, and ever since Lute put some mana infused dust into him. Soil. Yeah.
It's not
I just thought it was
becoming
weird
one,
human-
it is one.
I just thought it was weird humanistic characteristics that the tree was displaying. I didn't think it was actually developing a body.
No, he's becoming a trend.
Yeah, the tree exploded, developing a mouth, and then developed movement, a newfound sense of sight,
I
Also,
thought
capability to
this fuck
speak.
was psychic.
Exactly. They also developed a capability of speech.
Speech with voice, rather.
let's just say when it initially happened, Tree was suffering from a lot of sensory overload.
Yep.
Yeah, she was really confused.
Limited range true sight suddenly became long range actual sight.
Well, he still has the true sight.
Exactly.
that's
Right.
gotta-
Sorry. Added.
That's gotta be confusing.
There was a reason I stayed with them.
Pat.
So what are you
Oh,
guys actually planning to do next then?
I don't even know. I personally am borderline ready to work adjacent with this group and try to work a little more separately, but we'll see how that arises when it does.
Well, now that we actually kind of dealt with the problem with Graham's little problem, I was actually going to go back to train. I gotta help Koseru actually properly get his mana ability.
Right now, the closest we had for a lead was scared off a bit, and I don't even know if that lead is still live anymore. And right now, there's not exactly any outstanding activity to respond to, as let's just say we've been addressing some other problems first.
Oh, you need to wait for the Seekers to actually cause some issues so you can get further lead on them.
A little bit, while this party has also been resolving a lot of internal turmoil in the meantime. And I think we're finally at the tail end of that.
We just ended helping Graham with a little bit of a personal issue of his, and things ended up mostly okay in that regard.
I
It's
feel
been
pretty
really
good about how they ended up.
It's been really convenient for us that that they have been holding off for and waiting for us to resolve all this.
Nim, I'd like you and Silver to roll insight, actually.
And
Same exact roll as earlier when I rolled an insight.
Yes. Yeah, it is actually.
Consistent.
You know, something feels a little off, but you can't really put your hand on it or your paw on it. Like someone else should be here, maybe. It's probably just...
You mean the instructor?
It's been a bit.
I've been assuming that they have been following along. Nim was keeping track of her, and
Oh no!
You know,
Ever since she went and filed the report, she's not been back.
they've been long gone for a while. You've been absolutely free of their influence for some time. Except for the tracker. That's still present, but yeah.
she did
So-
sign the contract.
Yes, she did.
Element, you said you needed to do some training?
Yes, I like to train some, and I also need somebody to help me awaken Koseru's mana.
Well, I can't do much with the mana ability considering I don't really have one anymore, but If you need a training partner, as he cracks his knuckles,
I'd be
I'd
more
be
than
more
happy.
than happy to help you out.
I'd be more than happy to accept that.
At some point or another, are you still of any interest also with the flight attempts, or perhaps we'll stick with the mana training or something? There's a few different things at this point.
Oh yeah, we did never. You did never help us when it came to our flight training. Things kind of got a little bit crazy for a while. Well,
Very.
crazier than usual. I mean.
But that still stands if need be. Otherwise,
Do you still
thought I'd chime it in if need be.
do you still need flight training, Nim?
They literally had ascended a shaft on their own in a straight vertical climb. I don't think they need any training at this point. They seem to have gotten all the instincts built in.
More practice isn't bad, and Silver needs practice too.
I guess
All right.
I guess we can arrange something for that sometime.
Well, fair enough, though that's only if needed, or that could be done at a separate time. And
Also,
you, new one, I suspect by your giggling, are you wanting to help or no?
I don't mind. No,
Oh.
I'm just trying to imagine something, and I'm very curious how Element would do.
Element tells his head, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, just training. That's all. I'm very curious to see how you would respond to this tactic.
I see. Well, I'd be happy to oblige you when we get the chance.
Well, I mean, do we have anything to do here? I'd be more than happy to test it right now if you would be willing. I'm curious to see what you would do.
Okay. Does anybody have any pressing issues at the moment that they would need my help with?
Maybe.
Oh, what's the matter, Nim?
I'll get back to you. Nim and Silver are gonna head out of the room.
The room? We're outside.
As far as I was aware, we were back up in Cray's room.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Ray is up top on the
Down.
balcony talking down while we're outside by Tree.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tree is
Well,
not
then they're
inside
gonna-
the house.
Well, then they're gonna go inside the house.
Element blinks. Okay, I guess I'll talk with Nim about that later. If nobody needs my help, I guess I'll be up for doing some training with you right now, Kerr. I mean Hootie.
Hootie's just going to smile. It is not a nice smile.
Element rubs his chin worriedly.
If you would set down Baby, we do not want Baby to get hurt.
Oh, I mean, Calcero is part of my fighting style.
You will not be able to defeat him with my wings.
You are baby and adorable, and I love you. Please do not take any of this beatdown I'm about to lay on him personally.
They've already taken plenty.
Okay.
I can look after him if need be.
I promise I won't kill you, Element.
If you do, please find a way to
It's
revive me.
okay. It's safe to die now.
I will still do my best to hold back so I don't kill you.
Give me a moment.
Preferred. I don't want to waste the magic trying to revive them.
1 moment. I'm trying to look for something.
No worries.
Okay.
That said, let me know when you're ready for flying training as well later.
Mhm.
Tree showed us a perfect place for practice on that. and it would do well.
Okay, Calcero, let me borrow your wings and claws.
Okay. Little dragon springs out of his hands and soars into Element's back. Before a large pair of wings sprout from Element's back, and his hands are, rather than the ones he normally has, turn into dragon's claws.
Oh, well, that's...
What's the matter?
I'm not going to be able to have the fun I was going to plan with that, but it's fine. I can make it work.
Oh, would you prefer me without Calcero's assistance right now?
If it's part of your fighting style, I don't want to get in the way.
Okay then. What? Well, let's do whatever you wanted to do. Although maybe not here. I don't wanna risk the tree getting hurt.
Oh, I don't use any area of effect spells. Tree would be perfectly fine.
All right. So what? So go ahead then.
Oh, you're giving me first move?
Go ahead.
Cyrus is just watching with interest now.
Cordon is backed up
And
to
thus,
the house and is also
Element
watching.
dies.
Briefly.
He's gonna reinstall the gem back into his belt and let his armor form. This time it actually happens almost instantaneously. Before it was very slow. And he just kind of pops his neck. Alright.
Good. They're not all show.
No, I can have it instantly form. I don't actually need to do that. It just makes it a little bit easier. Now,
No worries. Just pleased is all.
before in moments he's right in front of Element and he reaches out and attempts to grapple him.
Whoa.
Element, you may make either an athletics roll or a where is it? Athletics or a acrobatics roll to avoid me against my roll. We basically roll against each other. You're
Damn it. I have a high athletics modifier, but I can but my rolls, damn it. Oh.
Welcome to Graham's Intimidations.
Oh my god.
Dude, he just grabs you around the neck, lifts you up, and if I have any movement left, take to the air as he brings his other fist back and just starts punching you.
Ugh.
I will make an attack against you. Boop.
Cyrus is going to take off and just trail with the duo.
Does that hit you, Element?
Ow. That does.
As his fist blazes with white light, and he just bashes you in the face with it. And you also take an extra D4 because I have you in a grapple. So you take 1 extra damage too.
So 15.
And I will fly up as far as I am able to. I can normally, with a grapple, I could fly up to 15 feet
real
into the
quick.
air.
Kerr, could you explain your class a bit, please? And when you
Sorry.
do use an ability, please make sure that you read it off in full.
Sorry,
Because
I
you
have
are
not
using
actually
third
used
party.
much. I have not used much in abilities. All I did was a grapple there. So I took, for the way grapples work, they replace an attack and we roll off against each other. I use my athletics versus either their acrobatics or athletics. If I win, they are considered to be grappled. Their movement is set to 0. They cannot move away from me. The only thing they can either do is attack me, cast a spell, if it doesn't require both arms, or try to escape the grapple with another roll.
Oh,
so that was so that
yeah,
was an so that was an aerial grapple.
No, that was just a grapple.
Mm-hmm. But you mentioned jumping into the air. That's what I was a bit confused.
That one is my fault. I have an ability. Let me go find it. I'm sorry. I'm getting used to this. This is the first time I actually been able to use it. I'm happy. Okay. I'm very happy.
Go ahead. Also, I have added you to the combat tracker, so you can just roll onto each other.
So, I have an ability called Mighty Kick. This allows me to, when I can make a unarmed strike, which is what I did, and I can move up to half my movement speed as part of the attack, and I can do max damage with the attack if I hit, or I have an ability called a finishing move. I can use up to 5 finishing moves in a long rest, and what this would do is either it upgrades one of my other abilities, or I can simply use it on an attack in order to do more damage. And it also makes it easier for me to hit. I would read it off when I would use it. In this case, I am expending a finishing move, and it allows me to move my full movement speed. And I also get a bonus to the damage equal to my constitution, but I do not want to actually kill you. So I'm waiving that damage because I don't want to hurt you that badly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes,
Oh.
I don't want to do 20 damage in one punch. But I do have my full movement as part of the attack.
So
and I'm using that specifically for the grapple, though. So I don't get to actually do the damage anyway.
Are you saying you don't want to one punch me?
I do not want to. Yeah, I can't actually add the damage to the attack because it's not actually doing damage. It is only grappling you. So I don't even get the damage for that. But I do have the ability Mighty Power. Sorry, wrong one. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking through all of the abilities for the specific one I want. There it is. Okay, where are you? I am looking for it. Sorry. Where are you at? Yeah, there it is. My unarmed fighting. It's a combat style. When I successfully start a grapple, I can do 1d4 bludgeoning damage to the grappled creature each time I attack them.
See.
I will hold you and punch, just like what happened to me way back when by that freaking monk.
I see.
But the thing is, Hootie can fly. For every 10 feet up in the air that you fall, you take 1d6 points of damage up to a max of 20d6. Feel free to break the grapple if you wish.
You're remembering Tanya.
Yes, I am.
How do
Sure, you can...
how do I try and break the grapple? Is it athletics again?
You would make the same roll off against that we made before. You're either acrobatics or athletics. This does use your full action for the turn.
God
to
damn
try
it.
to break the grapple. And I have to roll against you. I rolled a d20. I'm sorry, I didn't actually roll my sheet. I just grabbed the d20 without thinking about it. Because I have a plus 13 in this. Element tries to wiggle out, and Hootie's just holding him. And then he cocks his fist.
Element is bracing himself.
Hootie's going to fly another 15 feet up higher. And then punch. This is just going to be a normal punch. Nothing special for it.
That also hits.
I get the D4 because of my combat style. And then second attack for the turn. That one hit element?
Yeah, that hits. It was bigger than the other one.
Okay. Sorry, I just didn't want to assume. And then
It's
one
okay.
more D4. As Hootie's just one hand around his neck squeezing, the other one just punches him twice in the face as his fist glows.
Yeah. Element gives you a smile. I see. So this is the fighting style that you developed while you have been away. This is very interesting.
Very therapeutic when you get to beat the face in of whoever pisses you off. Just very casually as he's talking with him.
Element. Okay. Element is about to do something to you. He is going to inhale, and he is letting out a breath attack at you.
What does that involve?
Let me see one moment. Okay, you need to make a Constitution save.
Oh, you sweet baby. All right, give me 1 second. I just want to check something real quick. I best save. All right, so let me just get that real quick.
While these two enjoy their spar, Sirs will just have a pair of rat teeth ready in case a catch is needed. Or a double catch.
Constitution save, you said?
Yes.
Hua! No!
Okay, Hoodie, you take my slip bread right to the face, and you're going to fall asleep now.
Oh no!
Elvin?
Well, there's a
Yes?
chance that the impact on the ground will wake you up.
I was just thinking, we're like 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah, and
Sirs is keeping close.
I mean, I have wings, and I can catch you.
I do have a question for the GM for Rule of Cool. Since I was grappled onto him, does this break the grapple, or do I just fall by myself?
Let's see. You were holding on very tight, and you're and you have a combat style focused on grappling, so you might just be dangling off him.
I kind of would have to disagree there, considering that he's also he may be holding on to Element, but he's also punching Element. The grapple really can't be that strong, especially not if he's asleep now.
I guess it is just one-handed. All right, you're falling.
That's fair. That's fair. I do have a strength of 21 though.
Element is going to catch you before you fall down. I also have wings.
Wait. How do you have a strength of 21?
Giant belt. It automatically sets my strength to 21 while I'm wearing it.
Okay.
Belt of giant strength.
Okay, so you fall asleep and you begin falling, but I catch you with one of my big claws, before you fall down. Because I don't want you to wake up.
I love it. I love it.
Cirrus is watching very closely in case either should fall and just ready.
Eleming is just getting you back to the ground slowly with his wings, since you're asleep for 10 minutes.
Shadowed by an owl, making sure it's so.
Hootie's going to be like, "Oh, that was great. That was great."
I caught you by surprise. I caught you by surprise there, didn't I?
Element, why are you talking to this sleeping target?
I think Element would say that once Hootie wakes up.
Hootie's just going to be like grinning at Element. It's like, that was fantastic. I thought I had you, and then you just pull that out. It's just like, that was great. That was a fantastic trick.
Well, that's just it. Don't ever assume. As soon as you have assumed, you've opened up a deep vulnerability.
That is true. That is very true. Although there was a chance that my breath would fail, but thankfully it didn't.
Oh no, but still, you can last a little longer. You can try a few more times.
That is true. That is true.
To be fair, for most of my opponents, they don't tend to have wings. Usually when I'm in the air, they don't tend to keep struggling like that. They usually just try to kill me first.
That is fair.
Those are some strange individuals.
You
and
probably
also a strange approach.
So that is what you meant when you said it wouldn't be as fun when I pull out Colceros's wings.
He chuckles and nods. It's usually my preferred tactic is to target the spellcaster, grab them, and then tempt them very high in the air and threaten to drop them while I'm punching them in the face. It works very wonderfully for dealing with them.
That is a very useful strategy. I'm not gonna lie.
I see weaknesses to it, but fair enough.
At this point, Element would have uncombined with Colcero. So now he's back to normal.
He pops out. Woo!
I'm going to pull out a little bar of fudge to offer to the dragon.
You have so many sweets! Oh my god! He is consuming.
Huh. Now that I think about it, I don't think I ever asked you what food you necessarily like to eat, Colcero.
What's dangerous?
I just gave it whatever I could find.
I eat anything.
Anything. Oh, okay. But if there's anything that you prefer to eat. Right now it seems that you're rather liking Hootie's sweets.
God, it's so hard to get any food in the Plane of the Dead.
I was about to say, they've been in a place they haven't much. I think anything might be nice almost. As long as it's prepared proper.
I don't know if it's still around, considering all the issues that have been going on, but I do know a lovely little cafe that serves these adorable little cakes. They're absolutely delicious. They also have cupcakes, donuts, and other sweet confectionaries as well.
I need to take you to a buffet sometime, Colcero, so that you can try so that you can try out many foods. Although we will have to do it discreetly.
The place he's describing sounds familiar. I believe he's taken us there.
Very well. Perhaps it's time for me to reintroduce myself. I am Colcero, Brass Dragon.
You are baby.
No.
I do wonder.
My real name is somewhere else. My real.
As you saw with the wings and claws, they are much bigger. They are just merely smaller in this form.
He is baby, He will be protected, and if anything happens to them, I am not going to rest until the person who did it is in a dozen or more pieces.
Oh,
Oh,
something
yeah.
has already happened to them, but we're working on resolving that.
Oh
You
yeah.
hurt my baby.
Now that I think about it, I do have the ability to bring out more of your body. I haven't used it yet. Maybe I could see how maybe I could see how large you can get with what we have thus far right now.
Hey.
Elemi is gonna use his ability to make Calcero larger to see how large he can get.
You can now summon a young brass dragon.
He is large,
about
baby.
the size of a horse. He is about the size.
Whoa.
Oh.
He is bigger, baby.
Oh. I don't think I can hide him anymore.
Baby, I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than
You are baby.
Surus swivels about for any prying eyes.
I will pull out another cookie and offer it to him.
Don't worry. This neighborhood is kind of deserted ever since Raylo kind of bought the surrounding houses.
That's what you all thought before we were found out we were being spied on here.
I suppose you're right in that regard. Still, though, it should be fine for just for a little bit.
Fair enough.
Thanks for being on the lookout, though. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I just want to say, Element, if you ever need anyone to watch baby, I am more than willing to volunteer.
Calcero is always with me, but I'll keep that in mind if I ever need to leave him behind for some reason.
You are sweet baby, and you will be protected.
His cheeks are puffed and his face is red.
Okay.
He is sweet baby.
What color are his scales usually?
Brass.
Brass.
Grass dragons are good.
Yes.
I'm so glad they rechanged detection of detect evil.
Oh.
Yeah, this one got summoned on the wrong side of a conflict, switched sides, and got left behind when the good ones left.
Quite a tragedy, if I be honest.
Oh,
I
no,
got left behind.
absolutely irresponsible. I can't help but feel like, and I fear whether or not Hootie has done the same to others by mistake, but no matter.
Oh, I haven't. I don't usually work with anyone though.
I do wonder. Were there any dragons in the plane that you've been staying at?
They're around sometimes.
I see.
Most planes have them.
I see. Well, as you already know, there is only one dragon in Ravnica. Although I guess now
One
there's
dragon
two
left.
left. Yes, I am aware of that.
Yes, Niv Mizzet and baby.
Yeah. Such are the reason why I'm kind of trying to keep Calcero a secret, because I don't know how Niv is will react if he find out there's another dragon in Ravnica at the moment. If he's not aware of it already.
Then we just say he's a drake.
Would that make big of a difference?
There are dragons on Ravnica. They're just drakes. They're lesser beasts. They're lesser dragons. They're not true dragons like Niv.
I see. Okay, I would probably know this. I just wouldn't know the differences myself. Fair enough.
Yeah. The Izzet have them. The Rakdos have them. Both groups use these types of dragons. But Niv is the last true dragon.
If this is the case, what might I roll to see whether or not they are discernible as close enough to a drake to pass off as one, or if they are clearly still more draconic than... Digi. Just figured
When
I'd
they're-
chime in on.
When they are small, they look more like a pseudo dragon, but those who know the difference can discern the difference.
Makes sense.
And I suppose the question is, would I know the difference, or if that's outstandingly so?
You-
if I may.
Probably can discern the difference. You've seen many creatures. Enough to know that the scales on this one are a bit more purposeful. Whereas on a pseudo dragon, they're well, they hardly provide any real resistance, and his eyes are a bit sharper.
I would advise a little caution of showing such skill nonetheless, but that is, I suppose that can work as a way to try to talk it over if it should arise.
Well, it is a good thing. It is a good thing to know if I ever do need to explain something.
Oh, I can't die. I just go back to wherever I'm from. I'm already in the plane of dead. You can't do anything to me. Well, nobody can do anything to me.
We'd rather not test the limits if we can avoid that.
Yeah, let's not. I don't know I do not know the extent of what Niv is capable of. If he could actually harm you in the plane of death, I don't want to take that.
Graham will just be like, well, Niv Nizzit is the master of basically the Izzet, which means he's pretty much mastered just about any spell you could probably imagine, and probably knows how to build any machine because he is very knowledge hungry.
If I wasn't trying to keep you a secret because of Niv is it probably having a bad reaction towards you, actually seeking help would have probably been a good idea to try and find a way to get you out of there quicker. He could probably find a way, but I think he'd be antagonistic towards you if he found out you exist right now in Ravnica. Unfortunately. Hello?
Well, and as crazy as this sounds, I'd sooner trust Raylel.
Element rubs his chin. Have we really sank this low?
Didn't the rumor say he killed the other dragons?
Yes.
Also, he's probably way stronger than I am.
More than likely.
So, yeah.
Let's just keep you hidden for now. Once we actually get you outside of the planet, we're gonna have to send you away from Ravnica soon after. Which Tree can probably help us. Tree can probably help us. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Well then, thanks a lot for the little spar, Rudy. I actually appreciate it. I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it again sometime.
It was fun. I would be more than happy to practice with you.
Fair enough.
Okay. I think we can move to somebody else. To somebody else if anybody else has something to.
Zim. He went inside And he was going to do something.
Yes, Nim is going to be calling Pluto.
Did you need something?
Have any of the contracts been broken?
Not to my knowledge. They all still seem to be valid. And currently in effect.
Currently.
Can you find out the location of somebody with one of the contracts?
Yes, I can. I'll just
could
have to ask for a little bit of help.
What was that?
I'll just have to ask Ren for a little bit of help. No, hold on. I should have some of his string in my... Yes. Alright, this should be fine.
Well, I haven't seen the Azurius instructor in a bit, and was wondering if you could help us find them.
Sure. Hold on. Oh. That's interesting.
What?
They seem to be by the Celestia district. But they're not peculiar. They're not above ground.
Okay. We need to meet up. I'm gonna go gather the others.
Right. Hold on. Yeah. I'll meet you there. Where are we meeting?
I guess if you're just following a string, does it lead you to an entrance to wherever they are, or just direct line?
It's more a direct line, but like if I hold it over a map, it gives me a general location.
Okay.
It's like housing.
Well, let's go ahead and meet up at on one of the street corners near where they are. I don't know where they are exactly, so you'll need to let me know, but I'll let the others know and we'll go meet up over there.
Alright. Let's meet up by the entrance.
Okay, we'll meet up there.
And he'll hang up.
And Nim's going outside to talk to everyone.
Welcome back.
The Azurius instructor is somewhere strange.
Oh. Strange how?
What has happened now?
They seem to be underground near the Celestia.
Wait, really? She's Azurius. Why would she be doing underground in the Celestia? Isn't that usually
Well, that's why I said strange.
Yeah, we should go check that out.
Yeah, now that I think about it, she hasn't been following you in a while. I don't know how long that's been going on.
It's only been like a day or two, hasn't it?
She left to go file reports.
And try to get, the Azurius to see us as like a legitimate group that needs to be taken seriously. I assume that was going to take time, but if she's in the Celestia, that's weird, especially if she's underground.
Yeah,
'Cause that implies potentially a temple.
that is true. Okay, we should definitely head there then. Hootie, are you coming with us?
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Wonderful.
It took me a second there because I was looking at all of our talkie icons, and I'm like, wait, I'm hearing Kurt, but I'm not seeing his icon light up.
Right side upper.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All in
It-
due time.
If Neo was here, Element would probably if Neo was here, Element would probably mention that we should probably pick up Lute. But since he's not here, I'll just refrain from that.
Well, Pluto is
Unfortunately.
meeting us over at this street place, and we'll try and go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Does Lute have a Marten?
Don't
Not
think.
yet.
No, sadly no.
Oh
He's
god.
the only.
damn it.
Well, and Hootie. Hootie doesn't have one yet. But other than those two, everybody else has one.
All in due time.
Yeah. If you're going to be part of a party, you're probably gonna want to make a contract with the Marten talking board. Although if you haven't completely forgotten your abilities as well, that probably won't take you much time.
Hootie will nod.
Oh,
I will
this
see
one's
about
before
getting that.
This one's before the Martens? Oh. Okay. I guess it has been some time, I suppose.
I don't remember. I don't remember if he made a contract with the Martens before he left or not. I'm saying this out of.
I was
don't
about
think
to.
Hootie did.
Yeah, I was about to just say, pointing
Either-
between myself and Corridon.
Either way, he kind of exploded.
Oh,
and
maybe
so,
his contract is broken because of that.
Fair.
it is, except it is not the same process to restart it if he did have it before he exploded.
As long as
You have to go through all the paperwork.
Still have to go through paperwork, just not as much.
Fair enough.
Once again, as long as he didn't kill the Marten.
Well, if he killed the Marten, he would be, yeah, even a wish would struggle to bring him back.
Well, okay. We should let's go. You know their general location that we got that we have to head. You know you know the location we have to head towards, Nim?
Yes.
All right, lead
And
the
he'll
way
give
then.
the street corner.
Graham, do you know this location? You are from the Celestian after all.
Does Graham know this location, Dusty?
Yes, he does.
Oh, where is it?
Curiously enough, it's a field that is, for some reason, not populated very often. And only grass tends to grow here, despite attempts at other herbs. Some suspect the soil's bad, some just think that it's other conditions.
Graham shall relay this information to the party and also add, yeah, that's not normal in the Selesnya. Especially if it seems like it's unintentionally just grass.
Okay.
So she's away from the Asurus in a location that is unusual for this. Okay, something fishy is definitely going on. Let's head there.
All right, I'll tag along though. I suppose there's always the chance I have to leave at some point, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
And the party heads there.
Pluto meets you on the way. Ah, hello there, friends.
Hey, Pluto.
So, do you know anything about this location? Very curious for Nestorius to be here, especially since, according to my dowsing, she hasn't moved.
Graham said that this location is unusual in the sense that only grass grows here, despite the attempts at growing other kinds of stuff. It's a little bit bizarre.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's something not great underneath this field.
Hmm. Possible. Let's get looking then. As he is holding up a red string that is seemingly pointing in a direction without him moving, and just following alongside it, or following it. Nim, make me a perception check based on scent.
Hooray!
And silver too.
Good.
Oh. I see. Huh.
My rolls are not with me today.
I guess they're not.
Hey, at least you dodged in that one.
There's a smell here, though. Smells scorched a little bit.
Okay, I can at least roll above a 10 at one point tonight.
Yes. The curse has not taken hold yet. Curses.
Yet.
Stand by for the back-to-back 5 nat 1s. No, that's my luck, not yours.
And on approach, it starts pointing downwards until you arrive at a section of ground where the grass seems to have been very much uprooted and disturbed.
Secret tunnel.
Well, might as well get to it then. And Pluto is going to start digging. Only to raise a hand when his fingers grasp a scrap of cloth. Oh.
Oh.
That's not a good O.
How
That's
deep
not
down
a
is
good
she?
sound.
3 feet.
Oh, she's dead.
They hid the body.
Nim is going to start digging more.
Doris will be assisting as well.
What are you digging for?
Yes, and indeed, there she is, unearthed, and it's not great, as she looks quite ripped and burnt, curiously enough. Her wings don't exist more than 2 inches in one area.
Those fucking bastards.
Element covers his mouth. Oh Lord.
Nim is just growling. And he's going to start sniffing around the area around to see if he can find anything, any sign of who did it.
Irregardless, Cirrus is attempting to vivify on the ever incredibly small chance they've recently died. I imagine that is failing.
Roll me Medicaid.
Rolling what?
Medicine.
Med.
This man really just wanted you to roll the Medicaid.
Medicaid. That's the medicine trait in 40k.
It's difficult to determine as the soil is curiously cool and may have disrupted the body's temperature. Nim, roll me an investigation check.
I think Graham is also gonna do that because he's gonna try to see if anyone's seen anyone around here or coming to here recently. God damn it.
Nim, while it may be initially disrespectful to the body, you find that in one of the wounds, it seems to be a little unnatural looking, and pushing your snout in is a paper. It may have to be cleaned as it is thoroughly saturated with blood. But you can read.
You can read.
Filed by a one Alexander.
Cray, could you try and clean this up? Though I'm glad I found that, but I was actually also looking to investigate the entire area.
Oh, yes. No.
Can we just take this body back and have someone cast a resurrection spell?
Cirrus is casting Gentle Repose in the meantime, too, just in case.
Ray takes the object and begins to brush it softly with his dainty feathers.
Feather dust.
There is the scent of one other person. It is not one that you recognize, but someone brought her here. You might be able to follow it back, but there is also the scent of water.
Does Gulkasa have a Marten phone yet?
I believe he does.
Yeah, he has. He's had one for a while.
When they go file the paperwork for a Marten phone, I wonder.
It took a long time.
Didn't someone actually do it for him? I remember that being a gag.
They were given
I
a
think it
particularly
was.
grading Marten.
Из авокадо будешь со мной ругаться?
Was I missing for that? Because I don't remember this at all.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the particularly grating Marten voice?
Maybe.
Or was that someone else?
Yes. For him, it was the particularly grating voice. For Tanya, I believe it was, she got one that was just absolutely dry. The Marten
Like-
the nom nom.
Just real pavement hours.
Well,
With-
either way, Nim is going to be calling Gulkasa.
Wait. What's up?
I need your help over here. And he'll give the location. We found
all right.
somebody dead.
Fuck. All right, I'm coming. Do I need to bring anyone?
Might be a good idea. Maybe somebody from the Azurius as well.
Do we have any healers?
Somebody
I'm
that
from the
might be
Azurius.
able to heal them, bring them back, maybe.
Graham shall go to the Selesnya headquarters and ask about the druids and whatnot.
Don't you have someone with the Marten phone too?
Yes. His guild representative.
Yeah, you could phone him.
This seems like a really good chance to actually talk with the Selesnya. You don't really call out because I'm higher ups are gonna want to know that people have been hiding bodies in this field.
Yes.
Because I'm guessing it's been more than one, and it's probably like nothing but grass grows here.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like an over the phone kind of conversation. So, we're to do that.
I mean, yes, but what if
Okay,
we need
back
to?
up a bit here because my audio was glitching out.
Okay, so I was determining that Graham. I could have sworn Graham had someone who had a Marten phone, which we agreed on, but Graham is saying that he thinks that because of the severity of the situation, he should go in and speak to them himself.
Graham is directly contacting Selesnya for any druids who may be able to assist.
And then
And
the instructor
Golgotha is
gets
bringing
brought back. Gets reincarnated as a noble wolf.
Yes.
And then they join Nim's pack.
See, the problem with that is that there's also a bunch of other sentient wolves already in Ravnica.
So?
That are less socially awkward in Ravnica.
So? What does
So
that have to do with anything?
they have options.
Yeah, they have options. They might not join Nim's pack.
They are Nim's friend. They will definitely join.
She explicitly
It's very
told you,
optimistic of you.
she explicitly told you that she wasn't your friend.
I don't know.
Oh, she is.
She was starting to come around. She joined your group.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
She became his friend before the end.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. You're right.
The druids will meet with Graham. Curious about the sudden urgency.
And Graham shall basically explain what they found in the field and explain that it's very likely that there are other bodies in said field.
This is an outrage.
And he'll also get them to try to help investigate by interrogating anyone that's been anywhere near there recently.
They send someone to go confirm your findings, but yes, they will not tolerate this.
This is unacceptable. Unacceptable!
I'm a little sad that she wasn't Selesnya, because the Selesnya would have gone on the warpath if it was one of their.
Oh, immediately. However, killing a law person also bad. Also,
Very.
Is there any clerics of that might be able to help with this at the very least? Anyone? The healers that you've had before. Someone. It has not been long since we've last seen them. It's well within time that we can.
It's been
How long
too
has it
long
been?
for our spells.
It is too long for hours. However, I can at least keep them stable long enough for someone who's better with it. Again, the clerics are more likely to be proficient in such.
Yeah, that
at
probably is.
least in 2 days.
Yeah, there probably should be somebody in the Selesnya that should be able to have a high enough proficiency in that to have resurrection or whatever the spell is.
Very much so.
And I've at least cast something to extend their time further still. To pause it, if you will, and just grant a little more time, hopefully.
As
Well,
more as more druids file in, some who work under the druids themselves will ask some questions. How long has the body been here, etc. And if they should if they are available for assisting. The body is rough, but it is in one piece.
It can't be more than 2 days old.
Then it should be fine. Lay them down, if you please.
Although well, I guess her wings will come back too.
That may take a regeneration.
Yeah, but she can get her wings back, is the point.
Right.
Yeah.
She's gonna be real pissed about them being gone, though.
That's gonna throw off her whole weight balance. But yes. They cast Raise Dead and provide a cloak when she resumes her breathing. Admittedly, it's ragged and rough. As curiously, she is coughing up water.
So they drowned her. Lovely.
They may have done many things to them.
Well,
It'll be
all I know is that they've earned themselves a slow and painful death.
With
She seems to be checking herself very quickly. Where am I? What is this?
Graham
Nim
will
is-
just... Go ahead.
Nim is going over and kind of rubbing against her gently, giving a comforting little gesture.
Giving her comfort nuzzles.
Yes.
She's going to pat his head and be silent for a moment, just thinking.
Graham will inform her that she's currently in the Selesnya, and that thanks to Nim, we figured out that something was wrong. And Graham won't start in on like the interrogation questions of like, do you know who did this or anything like that quite yet, because she's still in the process of recovering.
She will certainly take a moment to gather herself, but she is patting and scratching like she needs something to keep her hands busy right now. She very much needs it.
Graham will
Silver
be
is
like,
coming over to help.
be like, if you want, I'm sure someone can find you a place where you can clean up as you are covered in dirt, and
We can take her back to Cray's house.
that's a really far ways away, Nim.
It's fine. I am stable enough to answer questions.
Who did this?
And I guess
Alexander Graham Bell.
who is that?
Isn't that the name of like an
Unfortunately.
actual real world famous inventor or something?
Is it? Hold on.
Yes, it is. Alexander Graham Bell.
Damn. He came back in time to fucking murder a moth. He came back.
He invented the telephone.
Oh no, he wants to put the Marten Talkie Network out of business.
More reason to kill him.
Well,
anyways, it is almost 11, so we might want to think about wrapping up because I have to go to bed at 11.
yes. Fair enough. Then perhaps we'll wrap it up here while I revise some things and get a better name, apparently.
I mean, you could use other people's names. You don't have to come up with. It doesn't have to be, It could be a name of a person who exists, as long as it doesn't reflect that person.
No, not at all. Then again, I don't know Alexander Graham Bell.
that was a pretty interesting coincidence.
Although it sounds like it'd be a better name for an is it.
I was just sitting here like, this name sounds really familiar.
I just thought of it and I thought like, yeah, that's fine. I didn't think of it deeper than that. Like Alexander Graham Bell. Okay.
Call him Alexander Gramble. There, it's a different person now.
Alexander Grumble.
I mean, it's not the first time that we've just stolen somebody's name. Like Nim's boss.
I mean, some
or Tunnel, or what was his name? Tunnel Johnson or Jackson?
some people from the from the boroughs also have stolen names, but those names are obscure. So I'm not surprised that you guys didn't get those references.
Oh, so the British have some good names.
Yes.
Anyway, as I do want you to be present for the post game talk, I suppose we can end it here. Potentially next major baddie has just been name dropped.
Ooh.
Sounds wonderful.
And now to engage in tracking. No, but probably for next session we'll certainly try tracking. That is That was quite the session, though.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get this going. Kerr, something you liked, something you felt could be improved.
I'm not used to being on this side of things.
Well, let's start.
Answer the
There
question.
we go.
Get to answering the question.
Let's
go, bitch.
I really. I really enjoyed everything. I thought everyone had a chance to do stuff. Everyone had a chance to be involved. So I really liked that.
Except Nia, but he kind of left the scene, so we can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. I'm trying to think now. For improvements, not really a lot from this session that I would say.
So no glaring flaws or real advice.
Not really, no, I'm sorry. I'm not used to this.
That's fine. I appreciate it.
I'm used to being on the receiving end.
Pat's car.
It's good to keep him guessing.
This is true.
All right. Element.
Well, I'm kind of agree. I kind of mostly agree with Kerr. Everybody had a chance to do something in the session. So that was pretty nice. And other than to keep improving on not letting us go into tangents too often, I think this was pretty solid session. That's pretty much it on my end. Do you hear me?
That is fair.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Cray.
Yes.
Something you liked, something you felt could be improved.
Okay, stop. You can choose which one you start with.
That's the thing is, I don't really have much. I'm trying to think of something to improve. I don't really have notes either way. Like, nothing really stood out as overwhelmingly good for, like,
So
notes
you're
for me.
So you're very neutral, then?
Yes.
True neutral. At least it's not chaotically bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad either. That's the thing is, like, just a average day. It's like nothing bad about that, I think.
You discovered one of your guild members murdered, Cray.
I mean, yeah. That's...
Welcome to Ravnica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
murder.
Welcome to Dark Souls.
So, nothing to add, nothing to highlight.
Yeah, basically.
Well, okay. Cordan, something you liked, something you felt could be improved.
I think this session was staged better with the shortened time frame in mind this time. We're not overrunning to try and find a place to end, and we're not accidentally going, oh, we're in the middle of a scene, but several of us have to leave now, so that the timing is better on this session. I giggle. Something bad. I don't know.
Not
Again,
something bad. It is specifically something you felt could be improved. It is worded that way for a reason.
I can't think of anything that has not been addressed already.
Okay. Graham!
It was I mean, I could tell this was basically like a setup, episode. We found ourselves a little bit of rails, so I wasn't expecting anything too much. So as far as the setup goes, I think it went pretty well, and things that can be improved. I think things went smoothly enough, so I don't really have any complaints, so to speak, or feel anything that hasn't been said. That hasn't been said already.
All right. Cyrus?
Was quite entertaining reintroducing Kerr, and very much like the interactions as gears caught a little friction of getting back up to speed with a missing one returning. Though I am curious, and I must ask, is this of a third-party thing, or is this one of the conventional classes? That would be nice to know at some point.
This is very much third party.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was very specific about he needs to explain his abilities.
Well, I suppose I figured I'd ask and see. Then, that said, only thing to mention of improvement is just maybe, like we did with Neon for the dancer class, of perhaps some means of being able to just kind of look at and understand what we're working around. Much like we shared a little bit of what the dancer class is capable of to kind of figure out and understand that one.
Yeah.
Like I guess my bout with him was a good demonstration.
And last but not least, Digi.
Let's see. I did like how things flowed. I liked how... I think we're getting a little better at letting each other talk. And I liked how Kerr came in and had his moment, even though he was a little uncertain on how to, say more than just, well, some things happened. But perhaps someday he'll regale the party members with tales of his mighty adventures.
But he didn't want to open up to them at the time.
Yes. Admittedly, you were in a box.
Yes.
Probably didn't help. But I am also happy to use Tree more. She's developing into her own character.
Don't worry, when he gets into Kree's bedroom, he'll open up a lot.
Oh,
you know that D&D meme of I like my character's done all this amazing shit, but I'm a level 1 adventurer. You're like,
Yeah,
I've saved an empire. I've saved it. I've stopped this empire. Saved these other dimensions, but I'm gonna get my ass kicked here by this. menial enemy.
According to my backstory, suffering from a curse. Backstory is free.
I'm just going to assume that it's like some kind of planar fuckery. Like, oh no, I was like level 20, like, you know, but I like jumped back a little bit.
Who can really say? But as for what I didn't like, let's see. I
Not
didn't get
what
to...
you didn't like. I will push that every time you all say that. That is not what we're wanting.
Sorry, what I think could be improved. I didn't really touch on everyone. Corridon really didn't get a lot this session.
Yeah, I'm working on getting Corridon to be slightly more bold and assertive.
Yeah.
This is a slow process.
All right. As far as this goes, I do think things went very well tonight. Better than last week, where we got a little bit more of each person. Not everybody, but more than just one. And something to improve. We are definitely going to need to work on letting others get in. We've got a very big group here, so, you know, there was a lot of talking over of each other.
Yes.
I know I was guilty of that. We all kind of did it a bit. So
Not
that
as
is
much as
something
last time.
We also gotta go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying that we also gotta keep in mind the thing that Moriarty played to us last time, that there's just a natural delay to things in Discord, so we could inevitably talk over each other when we don't mean to.
Yep. Just like reality, we're having to pay attention, and we're bringing awareness to it, which helps. But we just got to be aware of keeping that ear out for making sure we're not accidentally interrupting or over talking. And sometimes it even works in character slightly, just as long as we're mindful of that. All works out well enough, though.
All right.
Welcome back, Hootie.
Ooh.
It's good to have you back, Carr.
Yay.
Let me go
Happy
ahead
day.
and
Council.
get...
Welcome in, person I have never talked to before.
Oh, will be one. I mean, what? Sorry.
Go ahead, Sid.
Anyways,
All right, I'm
I
going to
got
go ahead and get this wrapped up here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back in a few minutes with some more streaming. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing some packs of cards through Stream Lutes, or by simply using our Humble Bundle partner link, and of course, coming by. But for now, thanks for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye bye, good night.
Have a good night, morning, or what have you.